Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Dan the Tutor, on a quest to become the world's greatest tutor. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to find holes in the graph of a rational function. So in other words, let me just start off with an example. Let's say I have the function y equals x squared minus 16 divided by x minus 4. And let's say you try and graph this, so you plug it in your graphing calculator, or you plug it into Desmos graphing, and you'll get an answer that looks something like this. The line looks something like this. And so it looks like a completely normal linear line, even though this is certainly not linear. But I can tell you, basically what happened is that you can factor the numerator. X squared minus 16 becomes x plus 4 times x minus 4, divided by the x minus 4. The x minus 4's cancel, and really that means you're just graphing x plus 4, which is what this red line is. That's what x plus 4 is. However, the one thing that Desmos is not going to do, and your graphing calculator is not going to do, it's not going to show you the hole in the graph. It's technically there, but they make it so small you can't see it. So I'm going to make it really big so you can see it right here. At the point positive 4, and why positive 4? Well, because that's the factor that canceled out x minus 4. And so remember, we always switch the sign when we're finding solutions. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, just try plugging in 4 here and you'll get 0 over 0. So I'm saying positive 4 is the magic number here that breaks the function. At positive 4, there is going to be a hole in the graph that looks like that. Just an open circle there. And what it means is that you cannot plug in positive 4. Even though I can plug in positive 4 right here, 4 plus 4 is 8, that's fine and all. But since you can't plug it into the original function, there's a hole there. And your graphing calculator will agree with me if you go to the table on a TI-84, that's second and then graph, and you look for the value x equals 4, it will say error there. And that's because there's a hole in the graph. Now in this video, we're not going to focus on graphing these functions necessarily. I just want to tell you how to find that hole in the graph and the coordinate point. The coordinate point is going to be 4 comma something. How do I find the y value of that hole? Well, good luck plugging in 4 here, because as we just said, you're going to get 0 over 0. So to find the y value, you have to plug into the version of the function after you crossed it out, the x plus 4. In this case, 4 plus 4 is 8. That's where the hole is, at the coordinate point 4 comma 8. So if you're a little confused by that, that's okay. We're going to be doing 2 more examples today. So let's start off with this first one. Y equals x plus 1 over x squared plus x. Remember, your goal is to try and factor either the numerator or the denominator and to cancel one of the terms. And whichever term you cancel, that's going to be your x value where the hole is. And then to find the y value, you just plug in that point into the new version. So why don't you just give this a try on your own? When you're ready to see the solution, unpause the video. Okay, so here we go. First thing I do is I say the numerator, don't touch it, can't be simplified. But the denominator can be, because it's x times the quantity x plus 1. I see that the x plus 1's cancel, which means that x equals negative 1 is going to be the location of my hole. That also means what's left after the x plus 1 cancels? Well, then it means my function is 1 over x, where x cannot be negative 1, because again, that's the hole in the graph. But if I want to find the y value, now I just plug in negative 1 right there into x. And so y equals 1 over negative 1, which is just negative 1. So then the coordinate point of the hole is negative 1 for x, negative 1 for y, and there's our answer. That's all we're doing today. We're not graphing. We're just going to find the location of the hole. Now let's do it one more time. This will be the hardest example, of course. The numerator is x squared plus 5x plus 4, and the denominator is x squared minus 2x minus 24. So go ahead, pause the video. I want the x and y coordinate of the hole. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First, I notice that both the numerator and the denominator can be factored this time. So the numerator will get factored to x plus 4 times x plus 1. By the way, if you're having trouble factoring, then you should check out my video on how to factor. but I'm assuming that's a skill you already have down if you're watching this video. So then for the denominator, that's going to factor to x minus 6 times x plus 4. We notice that the x plus 4's cancel this time, which means my whole is at x equals negative 4. And then to find out what the y value is, I just have to plug in negative 4 into x plus 1 divided by x minus 6. So that's going to be negative 4 plus 1 divided by negative 4 minus 6. We get negative 3 over negative 10. And really just the negative signs cancel, giving us 3/10. So then the final answer is x was negative 4, y is 3/10, and that's where my whole is going to be at. And obviously this skill is important when we get to graphing rational functions. This is the skills we're going to be using to find these holes in the graph. And by the way, it is possible that you have more than one hole in the graph if more than one term cancels. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.